I'm here with Paul Caddis, Hereford manager. Very much a follow-on from last Saturday's cup tie. How pleased are you to get the job done over the line?
Yeah, listen, I'm delighted with the win, first and foremost. I remember after Russia, there's different ways of winning games of football, but however, listen, I'm not going to lie, it wasn't pretty. It wasn't pretty at all, but the desire at the end to keep the ball out the net, with Pondy, I think it was Jordan Lydon's made a last gasp one on the line, and just at times, the majority of the second half, technical ability wasn't quite there. We were over-hitting passes, our touch wasn't great, but listen, there was a nervous tension here today. There's no doubts about it from us, from everyone that was here today, and I get that and understand it. Listen, I've played in games like that. It's difficult because you want to score with every opportunity, especially when you score first. When you score early, and everyone goes, "Let's go 1-3-4." And listen, I'm the same. That's exactly what I'm thinking. Let's go and punish teams now and go and get the second and get the third and get the fourth. But at the moment, we're not quite getting that second goal. But listen, at the end of the day, we've got 3 points after what's been a poor run of form in terms of the league. So we'll take it.
What do you put that inability to get the second goal down to? Is there anything you can sort of highlight and say that's where we need to improve?
No, there's nothing. Technical ability we had to improve on today, but listen, Big Yusufu has been brilliant for us, absolutely brilliant. Gets obviously the winner today. It's just sticking to things that are working for you. We try and continuously say that when Runes obviously gets the throw in behind and we get another opportunity to do it and we don't do it. So it's just trying to stick to the things that are working for us, which will then draw something different from the opponent. So they might start a little bit deeper. Then we can start getting our passes in and start building territory. But listen, we will only get better. I keep saying it. We will get better, and it's down to us to show it.
How much more can you get into the players to perhaps take shots earlier and get chances into the box? It seems a bit of a hesitant approach sometimes.
It's nerves. We get up the top end of the pitch and we're nervous because we keep talking about not scoring enough goals and stuff like that in terms of just like in general, like public, it's always out there, we've not scored enough goals and that's right, we haven't. So it's just trying to get the experienced ones on the pitch, like Paul Downing and Jordan Lydon and people like that, just to add a bit of calmness. But listen, let's look at the other attributes today, the determination, the desire, the character to keep going, because it was tough at times, no doubts about it, but full credit to the players because they could have easily crumbled, and listen, it's not one that everybody will remember, but we've got 3 points from it.
And not only that, it's 3 wins from the last 4. I know that includes the cup tie, but that important win at Chester seems to have given you a little bit more impetus.
It does, yeah, listen, and it depends how people want to look at it, but we like to look at it positively, like you've touched on there. It's 3 wins out of the last 4. We go into next week in an FA Cup game where we want to go and implement a game plan on the game next week and go and get a positive result there. Then you're looking at 4 wins out of 5. So performance could have been better, absolutely, but we got 3 points and that's all it was about today. Just hanging in, getting those 3 points, and we'll move on to next week.
You gave a debut to young Jack Tolley, the 19-year-old. How do you feel he played today?
Jack's been in with us the last week or so, 2 weeks, and done really well. He's been really positive. Thought he showed glimpses today. Listen, he's not played in a month, 6 weeks. When you bring free agents in at this time of the year, then that's expected. I've tired a little bit in the second half, but pleased with the 60 minutes he got, and he will only get better with the more training he gets and the more intensity in games he gets.
And the other signing you announced, 3-month loan for Ethan Fremantle. Why was he not able to play today?
He was medically ruled out last week from Caddis. He's got an infection, but he's good to go as of Tuesday, so he'll be there Tuesday night training. Listen, we obviously want him to play, but I'm delighted to get someone like that into the building, and it tells you that you've signed a decent player when your own players are. I had received 4, 5, 6 messages from the lads in the dressing room saying Ethan's a brilliant guy, he's a brilliant hard worker, it's exactly what we're needing. So really pleased that we got him in, looking forward to working with him, and listen, I think he'll make a huge difference to us.
You touched on the cup tie next week, 3rd qualifying round. You must be really looking forward to that financially as much as anything, if you can get it over the line. Yeah,
we've got to go and first and foremost treat them with respect that we do every team, like we've done with Amsterdam Nomads when they came, and got to go and start bright again and try and get on the front foot and make people fear coming to this stadium. It's been too timid at times, but we're looking forward to it. Again, we've won what was it, 3 of the last 4, or so we're looking to make that 4 out of the last 5, and then financially after that will look after itself.
And finally, any news on the injury front? Any players likely to be in contention by next Thursday training?
Probably not. Ollie Southern's pulled out today in the warm-up. I said last week sciatica's one of those ones where it can be fine and then it just comes back in. He trained Tuesday, he trained Thursday, absolutely fine today, and then went out in the warm-up and it's just kicked in again. And I've never had it, but I'm led to believe it's really painful. It's a difficult one to diagnose because it's a nerve. You can't go and massage a nerve, do you know what I mean? So we just need to take that as we go along this week. Nathan Cameron will be touch and go for next week, whether we risk him and just keep him for the following week, like make him available for the following week. It's something that we'll look at, but we're hanging in there. We're hanging in there.
Thanks for your time.
Thank you.